Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is March the 31st of 2021. Wednesday morning, the very last day of March. We will never see this day again. And we're so grateful that God has allowed me to wake up this morning, to continue to work on why He placed me here on this earth, to fulfill my purpose and to fulfill my destiny. So I woke up late. Well, I woke up early, but I didn't start moving around until about 6. So even though I was up, I was just kind of snoozing around. I got a much better sleep last night. I took a little lithium, and I'm going to talk to you guys about lithium a little bit later at another session. I'm currently in Slovenia. Of course, I've never been to Slovenia. I don't even know where that is, Slovenia. In a lake called Lake Bled. It's beautiful out here, though. I've only gone 1,600 meters. I've only been on it for 10 minutes because of my lateness. So, what am I going to talk to you about? So, I want to start a series. We've been talking about cardiometabolic health, and I need to go back and look to see what I've said about that one as well. But this past week, I did a challenge about genetics with one of my mentors. And I'm going to talk to you about the 5 top SNPs, SNP apostrophe S, that influence behavior, because we're always trying to find a way as health professionals to optimize our clients' compliance. Compliance is a huge issue. We as well as health professionals have issues with compliance. None of us are perfect. So these are the 5 top SNPs. Now, what is a SNP? SNP stands for single nucleotide polymorphism. SNP, single nucleotide polymorphism. And that's a variation in your book of life, your DNA code. We are all 99.5% alike. We all have the same genetics. We're 97% the same as our primate relatives, so to speak. But it's kind of a typographical error in your DNA code. Now, there are many SNPs. I keep reading different information about how many. We have over 20,000 plus genes, of which the last time I read, it was like 1.8 million variations or SNPs. For example, a lot of you who follow me or know me or my patients know about the MTHFR SNP, which stands for methyl tetrahydrofolate reductase. That's a mouthful. 45% of us have that mutation or variation. I hate to say mutation because people think I'm a mutant. We're all mutants to a degree. My mother has one of those SNPs. I don't have it. How do I know? I checked my DNA. And that's something, that's another level of insight. If you are interested in being the CEO of your health, you might want to get a genetic test, but that needs to be guided by a health professional who understands genetics, because that can be murky waters to walk into. But anyway, there are 5 top SNPs that one of my mentors suggested we understand that tend to influence behavior. So here's the first one. It's called CYP1A2. CYP1A2, cytochrome P450, which are enzyme systems in your liver that facilitate detoxification. All right? There's two main phases of detoxification. There's 3, but 2 main that occur in the liver. Phase 1 is the first phase, and then phase 2, of course, is the second phase. So phase 1. This particular enzyme, cytochrome 1A2, is responsible for more than 95% of the primary metabolism of caffeine. That's why I want to talk about that one first. Caffeine. Okay? Now, they appear in clusters, meaning there's more than one of these genes. Thank God for redundancy. We all might have 4 heads. No, I'm kidding. Redundancy in the DNA code, meaning God has allowed multiple genes to code for different things and different actions, different proteins, different enzymes. Such that if there happens to be a mutation that occurred when the sperm, your daddy's sperm or your mama's egg connected, it wouldn't be deleterious to our health. to our livelihood. Now, this particular mutation is, or gene, it's not a mutation yet, but it's a gene that's happens to be found on chromosome 18. And it's connected with another one called CYP, or some people say CYP1B1. But anyway, if you happen to have a variation or a mutation in this gene, you can have issues with metabolizing your caffeine. Okay, 34% of these people who have this mutation, and I happen to have one of them. They don't metabolize caffeine well. They're slow metabolizers of caffeine. Now, what's so important about that? Well, guess what, guys? Caffeine affects estrogen clearance. Wait a minute, let me say it again. It affects estrogen clearance. So, if you're consuming caffeinated drinks or foods, especially in abundance, and it doesn't have to be in abundance, but if you happen to be, then you're not clearing your estrogen because there's competition for your body's ability to clear toxins and things like that. So if you're always drinking caffeine, your body's working hard to try to clear, detoxify, and metabolize the caffeine. So estrogen sits on the roadside, waiting to be metabolized and eliminated, and it's not happening. So what does that mean? Increased risk of the following: fibroids. Yes, fibroids. Your breasts are tender, fibrous cystic breast changes, breast cancer. Breast cancer. So if you happen to have that mutation, CYP1A2, all right, and you can have several of those. You can have one. Of the tests that I did, I only have one. I need to do more research about my own genetics. My mama has it. My dad has it. All right. My dad had prostate cancer. I have fibroids. So we have to be aware of our lifestyle choices and how they may impact our overall health. So remember, cytochrome 1A2. Now you can ask your doctor to test for it. He or she may or may not know what that is. You can tell them the cytochrome P450 system, but really you need to find a practitioner who is adept and knowledgeable about this information if you want to take your health to another level and be the CEO of your health. All right, good people. I thank you for your participation in getting gritty with Dr. Higgie. Share this with other people if you love them, or if you are so desire. And I wish you a very good Wednesday. All right, remember, own your morning, elevate your life. I love you. Dr. Higgie signing out. Bye.